Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another day in life of a male medical assistant. I'm sorry. So it's been a couple days since I uploaded because I had the big pharmacology returns. So let's start off by great news. I passed 99%, and I'm extremely happy. She did surprise us with a quiz at the end, but hey, I ended up acing that as well, 100%. But as I go out throughout the day, I'll tell you the story exactly how it went and how I literally was losing my mind waiting to go since I was literally the second person. So, without further delay, let's get straight into this vlog. Currently at school right now, waiting to start my day. Today's a review day. We were supposed to have an exam that most of us wanted to take today. Excuse me. But she kept it on Monday because Monday we start lab, so that's when we start doing finger sticks and stuff like that. So I'm sure you guys will hear all about it next week. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, she changed it to Monday, so today we're gonna be reviewing a lot today, and then we're gonna be playing a game called Who Wants to Be an MA. No idea how to play that game, but I'm sure it'll be fun and it's a great learning experience because all these games pertain to studying for an exam. So that's gonna be hold on a second. So that's gonna be today's agenda is nothing but studying all day. So I can't complain, get the immaterial stuck on my head. So yeah. Anyways, I want to tell you the story how it all went on Wednesday and stuff like that. But I'll save that to when I get home because I want to make it as entertaining for you guys as possible, and so I can really show you how I felt when it happened, when it was my turn, the whole process, what I did during the returns, what I got wrong, etc. Because I only missed one thing because I got a 99 out of 100, so it's pretty good. I shocked myself when she showed me. I was like, "There's no way." I was like, "What?" I thought I for sure missed a little bit more, but I guess I didn't. And I guess I knew my medications pretty well. So, yeah, that was the thing. So, yeah, today review and then later story. And today's Friday. So, yeah, it took me a while to record. Because last time I posted a video was on Monday. I don't know if I posted something on Monday. It was 7 days ago. So, no. Friday. Oh, excuse me. So, yeah. It's been a whole week since I uploaded a vlog, but you'll be getting this today on a Friday, and then hopefully by Monday we'll be starting the regular schedule of uploading vlogs and stuff. And yeah, today I might take you to adventure on how I prepare for nursing school because I got to start getting my paperwork in. I got to start booking the TEAS test. I got to get my books from a friend of mine who just graduated. She said I could have them, so that way I don't have to spend extra money getting the books. I can just pay for the test. I'm going to try to take it in April, but I got to study on top of being in this class. So it's going to be challenging, but I think I can do it because I want to start as soon as I can, as soon as I'm done here, so I can get that done and over with. So we'll see how that goes. What is up, guys? It's after school now. I didn't vlog on lunch because I went to go get food with some classmates. So yeah, pretty much today was pretty easy. It was just a review day for Monday and about that return. So boy, was I nervous. I was so nervous the night before because the night before I went out to eat dinner with my girlfriend and her twin sister and one of our friends. So we're basically a group of friends. So we went out to eat. I don't remember where we went. Oh, Three Peppers and stuff like that. So we're just talking about school, what I want, why I want to do nursing and stuff like that. I was talking about how nervous I was for this return. It's just in the back of my mind. Every time I think about it, my stomach gets queasy. You know what I'm saying? That nervous feeling and your stomach gets all queasy and stuff like that. You're just extremely butterflies in your stomach. So that's what I was feeling all day. So after we finished eating, they wanted to go out and get ice cream. So instead I said, well, I have to go home because I want to kind of mentally prepare myself for this this exam. So I know they were bummed out when I left early, but I really had to get this done because that's all I was thinking about in my back of my mind. I couldn't enjoy myself knowing that I had a big return and it was either pass or fail, and I don't want to be that one guy that failed. So I tell him part ways, say bye to my girlfriend, etc. Drive home. I took a shower, got dressed, went back to my room, Lay down in my bed and just stared at the ceiling for a while. Just stared, trying to clear my mind. I'm just sitting there just like, oh, tomorrow's gonna be scary. I'm literally the second person to go. I don't know how fast I'm gonna be. I could be slow. I could miss a step. What if I accidentally stab myself? What if I drop the needle and it goes right through my shoe and it hits my foot? What if I put the needle down without capping it? What if I mind control the needle and she has to stop me in the middle of the return and fail me? Those are the thoughts that were going through my head. So mind you, like I'm just losing my mind. So these are the thoughts that was going through my head all day long. So you can imagine the nerves I was feeling. So time passes. My grandmother, she was nice enough to ask me. She's like, "Hey, you know our neighbor. He's diabetic and he's probably got some empty vials you can practice on and old needles, or needles that he has not used." So I was thinking, not a bad idea. And she also said there's an orange I can inject. So me thinking that how scary it is to control a needle by myself. Eventually I'm gonna have to do it, especially in a clinical school setting. So I said, okay, call up her neighbor, see if she can bring us a syringe and the vial. She came through in clutch. She answers like, yeah, I got plenty, you know. I got an empty vial here and also got unused needles and with the cap and everything. So these needles are exactly like the ones we had in school, except that they weren't insulin. It was a needle for something else that he used to use for another injection he had to give himself. So it wasn't an insulin needle, which were like very thin or really narrow and small needles. It was actually a regular needle. I want to say it was maybe a 25 gauge needle. So it wasn't that big. It was pretty much a sub-Q needle. That's what it looked like. So I was able to practice out my liquids, luckily, how to precisely pull it out, get the bubbles out and stuff like that. I was able to have my own return at home, minus the insulin, which is the biggest thing that was bothering me. Sorry, that sun is just really bright, so we'll do it this way. And yeah, so I felt a little bit more confident, but remember I told you guys that the insulin was my weakness? That I was still freaking out about, even though I was able to oh, this lighting and this, sorry, it's just that the sun is directly behind me and it's like washing my face out. But the what's it called, insulin, the back of my mind is like, you cannot mess up insulin. And once you get the clear in, and then when you have to draw up the cloudy one, the NPH, you cannot draw back if you do excess, or you cannot waste either because you don't know what you're wasting, and that could potentially be a fail or the end of my return. So like having that thought run through my mind all night, it just ate me up. I could not sleep. So I'm like thinking, I just pretended that syringe I was doing, that I was using, it was the insulin. And I kept like feeling it wasn't it because it wasn't the same feeling. It wasn't the narrow stiffness like the other needle was. Because like it gets stuck when it gets past a certain unit on those syringes. And it's because they're brand new and they weren't used as often. But it was, like I said, it was tough. Like once you go over, you're over, and there's no way going exact. And like no matter how little you push, sometimes you get stuck. And if you push too hard, it goes over. And then you're like, oh, I messed up. And it used to frustrate me. So, you know, I said, whatever, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. Went to bed. Could not sleep at all. Could not sleep. I was so nervous. I ate a small breakfast. And I was even more nervous that I only packed a yogurt for lunch. I didn't even pay attention to what I wanted to pack for lunch. Normally, I pack like a decent meal to hold me over until I get home. You know, like maybe a small sandwich with a yogurt or something like that. Or like, you know, granola with yogurt or something light but healthy. So I'm going to the school, you know, sweating bullets, getting nervous, thinking about them, returns. Luckily, you know, not almost every morning, but most of the mornings I call my girlfriend because she goes to work around the same time. So we just have a conversation as I'm driving. I'm talking about how nervous I am. She says, you're going to do great. You never fail to return. You always do well on it. I'm thinking about, no, this is it. You know, I want to go to nursing, but if I can't pass pharmacology, well, why would I go to nursing? Why would I even dare to take a harder program? You know, a program that, you know, that gives you a degree, a program that you'll be doing or having more responsibilities than an MA. And MAs have a lot of responsibilities. So imagine having the responsibilities of an MA and then having all those things that you can do as nursing on top of that. And it's just a long list. But anyway, I was like, if I can't do pharmacology, I can't do anything. I won't be able to administer meds correctly. I won't be able to give shots correctly. I'll be useless. So I was just going through my mind the whole time, just sweating, nervous. Like, just, I wanted to like lose. I was like gonna lose myself, like lose my stuff. I'm not gonna curse on this channel, but I'm sure you guys can. There we go. This is a better thing. But yeah. So finally, I pull up to school. My girlfriend goes into work 'cause she was at 7, and I get to school around 7. So I'm sitting there, reviewing the paper that a classmate printed for all of us about the steps, how to introduce yourself, what items you should bring into return, going over, repeat, until I reached that time. I was like, well, it's now or later. So I walk into class, sit down, and the first girl gets called up to do it. As soon as she goes in, so I'm like, oh, I gotta go 10 review. I start reviewing. My teacher looks at me. She calls me and says, I'm gonna give you the order and you're gonna review it while your classmate does her part. I'm like, oh no. So it made me even more nervous. I was like, oh, as soon as she's done with that, whatever section she has to do, I have to go in there. I'm like, literally, I feel like I was sweating. I don't know if I was sweating physically, but mentally in my mind, I feel like I was just drenched in sweat and I was nervous. I was like, oh no, this is it. This is the end of my class. So I go and sit down, review the order. I'm like thinking to myself, okay, this is exactly you've been practicing every single day. The orders, very similar. The math is gonna be very similar. And I look down, I see insulin. I'm like, okay, insulin. This is easy. You can do any injectable. You can draw any medicine, and it's just like insulin. You can do the exact same thing. All you're doing is adding 2 different insulins on one needle. That's it. No bubbles. You're an expert at this. You can do it. And I kept repeating that in my head over and over and over again. So, I was trying to get that mentality that I don't want to say kill, but just like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to do this. There's no mistakes, nothing to worry about. And then she calls, all right, Mike, you ready? I was like, no, in my mind. I was like, here I go. Like, how that change of feeling that your heart drops as soon as it's your turn or your name gets called and you're about to do something very intense. That's how I felt. So I walk in there. She's like, all right, go ahead, do the math, and we'll start. So I go in there and do the math. I looked over the orders. I pulled out all the medications. I actually left them in there. It was my mistake. But, I wasn't sure I was allowed to pull it out there because I didn't know what I was going to be drawing those exactly. I don't know if she had a different list. She just wanted me to do the math. I didn't know how the return was going to be. Basically, it was a learning process for me and her since I was the second student, and she was trying to change it up a little bit. So I did all the math correctly, and I also luckily I pointed out there was a mistake on the order sheet that we were supposed to document on, and luckily that made it easier for me because I looked at it. I was like, what in the world am I looking at? Why doesn't make sense, and these are all out of order. Luckily she fixed that. She said I got a good eye, so I don't know that helped me or that helped me with the return, I guess, understand it better. So like I said, I did all of my medications and math. When I was done, I was ready. She's like, where are all your medications? And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, you're supposed to draw them out. I was like, oh no, I messed up already. There's minus points. She's like, it's okay. I wasn't specified. I was like, oh. A sense of relief went through my body. So we pulled out every single medication. There was, I want to say 2 tablets and the rest were liquid. So it was, I want to say 3 liquids as in a medicine pour, which only had to do 1. And then the rest were syringes, which you had to do every single one of them. So I'm in that mentality. I was like, all right, it's now or never. Boom, first one. I pointed out all the steps I had to do, and I also pointed out that since we didn't have gloves, technically I was supposed to use a glove. So I think she was impressed I was remembering that part because it was an extra step. Because literally, I spoke to her the whole entire return, and step by step what I was gonna do, and that helped me remember it. And it was also me showing her that I knew what I was doing and I followed the directions she did in class. So step by step, and I feel like it was an eternity, but I know I did every single thing I could do. Then the next part was documenting all the drugs. Nailed that. Besides one. Yes, believe it, besides one documentation, which I forgot to write down where I injected the insulin. But everything else I did perfectly. And then she tried to surprise me with a quiz. It was a medication quiz. I had a feeling there was going to be a quiz on that sooner or later because, it was 3 days left of the week and they're all return days. So it was like, I don't know when she was going to squeeze in a quiz. So I figured it might be in the return. Breeze through them. I remember every single classification of the medications. Done. Documentation done. A walkout, I did it in 29 minutes, and it's supposed to be a 45-minute return. I was so shocked that I breezed through that. I felt like I was in there for 2 hours, and I breezed through it, and I killed it. And I felt great about myself. I was like, wow, why was I doubting myself? I literally do this every single day, and I sat here and just destroyed a return. It was easy. It was nothing to me in my mind, but like I felt so relieved after that. I didn't know my score at the time yet until she called me, and I was like, here we go. I got scared. She's pointing at the number 99, and I was literally so relieved that I was ready just to lay on the floor and just like, you know what I'm saying, like pass out. I was like so happy that I got 99. And the only mistake I did was the injection site. I didn't specify where I was injecting the insulin. All I documented the units of each, and it was a sub-Q, but I didn't write where. I didn't write upper arm, I didn't write lower abdominal, I didn't write anything. And I was like, no. But if I would have gotten that, I would have gotten a perfect score in the return. But anyways, that was a minor mistake, which could have gone against me in documentation in a real clinical setting, but now I would never forget to document every single detail. And moral of the story is, don't doubt yourself, because you can do it pretty much, and I did it, and I'm extremely ecstatic. But anyways, that's going to be at the end of the vlog. I figured I'd throw a story at the end for you guys, because it's going to be a long, extensive one. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me throughout this adventure. Labs start Monday, so I'll be recording that, and like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.